everybody. Welcome back to the Whit-Acre Way. Larry here. We're heading over to my buddy Greg's again. I got the tractor loaded up, chained down, and I got the 5-foot country line tiller on the back. And we're going to go put in some gardens. We're going to talk to Greg. I believe they're doing flower gardens and vegetable gardens. I got some marking paint. His wife, Mary, is going to show me exactly where they want this new garden put in. I'm going to till it up, and I'm sure they're going to be getting planting and fertilizing and doing all that fun stuff. So stick with us and see what we can get done today for Greg and his family. So Mary's out here putting in a couple spots where I know exactly where she wants the tilling done. And excuse the camera footage here. I'm using a GoPro, so I can't zoom in on anything. But right now I'm guessing that's about 100 feet long by probably, my guess would be about 40 feet wide.
Larry's going to be helping us out today by tilling up a new big garden space.
Huge.
For all my flowers, which I grow commercially to sell to florists. But the garden will be primarily dahlias, which bloom from end of July through October. So this is going to be a huge help because work is kind of hard right now. So this is going to take out a lot of the work. Make it easier to get things in the ground sooner than later, because baby's coming.
Whit-Acre way, Whit-Acre way.
So we got 2 rows done. Both are double tilled. There's Greg, he's throwing his ball for his dog. But so far the tractor's acting really well with this shaft on there. That PTO shaft only has an overhang of maybe like 2 inches. This is the tiller I used on my Kubota B7500. So the shaft is a little shorter, and this thing definitely lifts it up easier and handles the tiller much better. We're getting pretty decent results tilling up this ground. They have some pretty nice soil up here. The Kioti CK4010 is doing fantastic right now. It handles this tiller absolutely no problem. I did grease it just the other day. I greased the PTO shaft. I hooked it up. I changed the oil in the gearbox, so it's operating flawlessly right now. I thought I would have a little bit of an issue with the shut that off. Thought I'd have a little bit of issues with that PTO shaft, but right now it seems to be holding in there pretty tight, and it seems to be lifting fine. So Mary, Greg's wife, was asking to leave a strip in between the strips that I'm tilling, so they can get their little tractor in here for when they're doing their planning, and so they have a nice little walkway. So we're trying to do about a 60-inch center strip. We also found out back in the day, way before they bought their house, that there was an in-ground pool back here somewhere in their backyard, and luckily we found this before I hit it with the tiller. But right where that orange spot is maybe some old clothesline or something was hanging there. There's one out that way as well somewhere, but that's out of our area we're going to be tilling. So all right, let me get back to it. This is working out pretty nice. Again, this has already been tilled twice. I asked Mary if she wanted it done once. She hung around for the first pass, and the second pass looked good to her. So we're going to do a couple more strips. I think we're going to do 1 or 2 more strips, and yeah, this is working out really well. So we'll get back with you. So what I'm doing here, I just got a can of marking paint. I'm just going about as wide as the bucket in order to give her path so she can walk up and down the rows for the flower garden that we're putting in. That just gives us a good idea. we were able to go through 2 passes on each row. We did 4 rows. Soil content looks pretty good. Looks like some real healthy stuff.
Yeah, so this will be primarily dahlias, but some other warm season annuals, lots of color. But yeah, if you want, my business is called Pete's Petals. Post a lot of beautiful flowers, especially in the later months of summer. So if you want to follow, that's great.
And your Instagram is what?
Oh yeah, it's Pete's Petals. Pete's.petals.
Pete's.petals.
Petes.petals.
Alright, sounds good. And that's on Instagram. You can find her there. And she'll be giving updates on the garden that they're doing. So when loading a truck with a trailer like this, and putting all the weight on the back of the trailer, especially since we're kind of on a downhill grade here a little bit, you always want to chalk in wheels and run your truck in 4-wheel drive and make sure it's engaged, because the rear end of this truck, you don't have a whole lot of weight back here, which most trucks, 3/4 ton, 1 ton trucks, even some dualies, depending on what you're putting on the rear of that trailer, you can run that rear tire off the ground and your truck might end up in a house or something, running down the road without you. Or if you have somebody else to step on the brakes in the truck, if it's not a 4-wheel drive truck. But with that being said, I always chalk my wheel, at least one, and I also make sure the truck's in 4-wheel drive. Thanks for coming along, guys. Welcome Mary to her new garden here. And if you like the content, please subscribe, give us a like, share it with your friends. Thanks, guys.